Colorado lost 37-21 to Kansas. And they had no business of losing that damn game. None whatsoever. But as a Jackson State man, I've seen this movie before. I've seen it. A Deion Sanders led team loses a game that they damn sure shouldn't lose. Amid speculation about Deion Sanders' future. Amid news of a big-time recruit being snagged by Deion Sanders. I've seen this movie. It's unfortunate that y'all Colorado fans had to see it too. Let's talk about it. Break this shit all the way down for you. Let's talk about it. Before we do, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I am your homeboy first. This is the realest, most entertaining show in the game. Put it on some. Again, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that share button. Put all your people on and turn on your post notifications. Follow me across all social medias and including Bluesky. I'm over there as well now. Okay. Fuck with our sponsor, the King McNeil Collection. That's King McNeil Collection for all your fraternity sorority needs. They got you. I'm telling you, they got you. Go to kingmcneil.com or download the app and tell them first sent you. And fuck with my company. Statement tees. That's statement tees. Every t-shirt you wear makes a statement. Visit statementteesllc.com, or if you want something custom, follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram. Shoot us a DM, inboxes. We'll get you taken care of. We love to help you make a statement. But let's get into this, y'all. Okay, let's get into this. As I said, Kansas defeated Colorado by a score of 37-21. Turns out Colorado could have guaranteed themselves a spot in the Big 12 championship game with a win. All right. This loss comes despite Deion Sanders being great again, 266 yards on 23 of 29, 3 touchdowns. Thank God the young man avoided injury. That was a dirt-ass hit that motherfucker put on him. Okay. But the young king did avoid injury, thankfully. Travis was stellar, 8 catches, 125 yards, 2 touchdowns. Okay. But they couldn't stop that young man for Kansas. Mr. Neal, Devin Neal, 37 carries for 207 yards, 5.6 yards a clip, 3 touchdowns. Couldn't stop him. And that was the game. The quarterback only threw for 189 yards and a touchdown. Okay. So they were a one-trick pony. And again, I say they shouldn't have lost that game. Okay. But see, people are praising Deion Sanders for his post-game thoughts, his post-game speech to the players, in which he accuses the players of not giving their best effort out there because they were intoxicated with success. Let's take a listen to him.
Nobody in here can say you gave the maximum effort. You gave it all you could. It's nobody. And you see the result. See, the problem is you got intoxicated with success. And success is intoxicating. You start believing what they're saying. You start listening more to what they're saying. You bought into all that foolishness that you were this. And you went out there and we got humble. Coaches, players, everyone, we went out there and got humbled. But it is what it is. Where you go from here? Where you go from here? Like, where do you go from here? That's the critical thing. What do you do with this moment? What do you glean from this moment? What do you learn from this moment? Where do we go from here? Because this moment just ain't about football. This is about life. And this is a tremendous life lesson. Let's learn from it. Let's learn from it. and grow from it. The question is, guys, I'm going to ask you one last time. Where do you go from here? God bless.
Great message. Great message. Okay. And that message would resonate even more if this whole past week, and even before that, all this shit like what you're about to see now wasn't circulating and swirling in the media. This is a clip from Colin Cowherd's show, and where he's talking to Joel Klatt, who's like the lead college football guy over there with Fox, okay, who happens to be a Colorado alum, and I'm assuming a donor and booster, big wig within the program as well. So check this out. And for y'all Jackson State fans out there, see if what this motherfucker is saying sounds a little familiar to you.
Deion Sanders leaving Colorado. If he did, resentment, thank you, how would he be viewed, do you think?
Oh, no, it would be with love. This was a dead program.
Oh, no question. Yeah, it was.
And I played there, and that's what I'm telling you. I told that to the athletic director during the process. He didn't want to hear it, but I was like, "Hey, this is the worst team in the Power Five." So even if Deion were to leave, he would be viewed with the utmost amount of love.
Okay,
I believe. Now,
I guess he's trying to draw a contrast between them and us. Okay, maybe that's what he's trying to do. But keep going. Let him keep going and see if some of this shit sound familiar there.
I don't know if he's going to. I asked him point blank last week on Friday, do you want to go to the NFL? He said no. And he said, my purpose is to be a coach, but it is more so to mentor young men. And I don't believe I could do that as my calling and my purpose at the NFL level that I can do that at the college level.
now he has
Same purpose he spoke of at Jack State, but also at Jack State, one of the purposes was to level the playing field. Remember that shit? Okay.
great religious conviction. He has said that before, and I believe him there. I do think he lives a purpose-filled life.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
At Jack State, God called him and told him to come to Jack State. Remember, I even did a segment telling them don't hang up on God. If God called you to do something, goddamn it, don't hang up the phone. Okay, remember that?
I say that story only to just give you a little bit more background on how big Deion is about purpose and calling and how much that runs and drives the decisions that he makes.
Sounds like Deion has sold him on the old purpose and calling shit. Just like he had sold a lot of us. Now you may say, first, what they got to do with Prime? He can't control what a media figure is talking about. He can't control what an alum is talking about. That's true. That is true. He's Deion Sanders, head coach of Colorado. It's been a hell, even when he was at Jack State, it was a firestorm of media coverage with him, especially since he went to that school. Hell, they following him nationally every damn week. Okay. So he can't control what the media is talking about. But what about his homeboy? What about his dog? Michael Irvin, on the same damn show with Colin Cowherd. Check this out.
You do believe, and I do too, that if Shadeur went to the Cowboys, Deion would accept the job.
I believe 100%. And I can tell you, good sources have told me that. Great sources have told me that. That's all I can say like that without violating anything else.
That's his homeboy. He said 100%. So you got one motherfucker over here, the alum, Colorado alum, talking about Deion's purpose. He told me directly he's happy here and all this shit. But this is what his homeboy talking about. See, this is the kind of shit I had watched when he was at Jack State. I was listening to his homeboy Shannon Shaw. all listening to Michael Irvin. And they had already said, what Deion's plans were. They were saying it. That's why I was making segments like, don't hang up on God. That's why I was doing shit trying to use whatever influence I may have, which ain't what I wanted to be quite yet. I was just hoping he would come across one of them videos and somehow I could convince him to be true to what he said his purpose was. But now you may watch this and say, well, first, he can't control his homeboy. Y'all, that's Michael Irvin. You know Mike like to treat that nose. Michael Irvin on this show even admitted that he like a gummy from time to time. So you might say, well, Deion can't control that, man, and saying stuff like that in the media. That's true. But can Deion control himself? Here he is with Ice Cube.
What would you do? You in my situation.
Help him get to the next level
Okay,
any way I can.
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
But should it go past that, or
What do you mean past that?
Let him go to the NFL, continue to coach his son.
Hey, hey, come on now. Why not? Especially if it's in a Raider uniform. Come on, baby. Oh, man, don't get me to acting a fool. You know what I mean? That would be a dream come true as a fan of the Raiders or as the president of the Raider Nation. You know what I mean? I do approve this message.
So that wasn't me talking. That wasn't Joel Klatt talking. That wasn't Colin Cowherd talking. That wasn't Michael Irvin talking. That was Deion Sanders himself participating publicly in a discussion on whether or not he should leave Colorado and go with his son to the NFL. And some of y'all might say, well, first, he just having fun. He probably known Ice Cube since the 90s, you know what I'm talking about? And they just having fun, having a discussion. That discussion is happening publicly. And he's the leader of young men. And those young men, despite the NIL and despite the media attention, those young men still have fragile minds, and the futures are not concrete, and they have family members, and they have all this shit going on. They got folks that are tampering with them. Yeah, they got other programs that are tampering. They got other programs that are sending them shit like that, sending them clips. I bet you they got them sending them clips saying, man, y'all coach ain't finna be there next year. Come on over here with us. All that shit put together is how you get your ass beat by a basketball school. That's how you get your ass beat. Just like we should have won the Celebration Bowl against South Carolina State. But leading up to that game, it was all this fanfare about us getting Travis Hunter. And that was a tremendous story. That was amazing to have the number one player in all of the land say, I'm going to an HBCU. That was great. But as the head football coach, Coach Prime should have kept his motherfucking head down. He should have had tunnel vision and been focused on whooping South Carolina State's ass. But that whole Travis shit dominated everything. That's how you get your ass beat against North Carolina Central. Because all the shit surrounding him leaving Jack State and going to Colorado. We win the SWAC championship and the motherfucker on the stage wanting to hurry the shit up. Because he need to go get on the plane and go out there to Colorado. So that's how you get your ass beat. Despite us having a quarterback in Shador as a sophomore who's this motherfucker finna be a top 10 pick in the NFL draft, if not the first quarterback off the board. and have the best player in all of college football, motherfucker finna win the Heisman, Travis Hunter. We had them and still lost. I know football's the ultimate team game, but goddamn, we had those two and some other great players and lost. We should have had back-to-back black national championships. But we had prime distractions. And I'm telling you this shit right now. All this shit about him possibly going to coach the Cowboys if Jerry Jones drafts Shador, or him going with the Raiders if they draft Shador. All that shit has been a distraction. It has. And you can give me, they got the young king. I told y'all last week looked like he was about to sign him, and that shit became official that young king, that quarterback, ended up signing with, committing to them. Let me say it like that. The 5-star QB Julian Lewis. Okay, I told y'all that was coming. All right. But that ain't the main thing right now. The main thing was winning ball games, going to the Big 12 championship, win that shit, go to the college football playoff. All that shit right here in front of them. And maybe they still find a way to get up in there. I think I saw something like, they got to win and then they need some help. But all you had to do was beat this basketball school, who ain't good this year. Ain't like Kansas is a basketball school, but like they roll. Like Indiana is a traditionally basketball school, but they just finally lost to Ohio State. No, Kansas is now 5-6. They came into that game 4-6. Colorado should have won that game, dog. You stop one person. Stop Mr. Neal. You win that game. You got too many distractions. Your head coach was the prime distraction. Now he's the prime reason that you won 8 games. He's the prime reason that school is making all that money. He's the prime reason that Shador is in the position that he's in. He's the prime reason that Travis is in the position that he's in, because he allows Travis to play both ways like that. Pause. He's the prime reason for their success. But he is also the prime distraction. So he needs to figure out a way to be better when it comes to that. He's a good coach. But to be a great coach, he got to figure out a way that despite him being Deion Sanders and everybody in the world talking about him and all that kind of stuff, he got to figure out a way to keep himself focused on the main thing. That's what cost us 2 Celebration Bowls down here in Jackson, Mississippi. And that's what just cost y'all that game out there. That's why y'all Colorado fans. That's what cost y'all that game against Kansas. Put it on some.
Thank you so much for watching my daddy's YouTube channel. Make sure you like, share, and turn on your post notifications. Okay, how do I do it?